Right now, as you watch this, a monster Arctic blast is charging toward the eastern United States like a freight train. We are talking about wind chills plummeting to 40 degrees below zero. Not 20 below, not 30 below, 40 degrees below zero in some locations. And here is what nobody is telling you. This is just the beginning of what could be the snowiest finish to winter we have seen in over a decade. Stick with me for the next 30 seconds, because I am about to show you the exact hour this Arctic nightmare arrives in your neighborhood. Whether you live in Miami, whether you live in Chicago, whether you live in New York City, I have got your personalized timeline. And at the 5-minute mark of this video, I am revealing the 3 cities that meteorologists are most worried about right now. Cities where the combination of snow, ice, and brutal cold could create genuinely dangerous conditions. But first, let me show you what is happening right this second. As I speak to you on this Tuesday evening, February 3rd, 2026, snow is already falling across Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia. Not light flurries, we are talking heavy, wet snow with a 10-to-1 ratio. That means for every 10 inches of snow, there is only 1 inch of water content. This is the kind of snow that snaps tree branches, takes down power lines, and turns your morning commute into a 3-hour nightmare. Indianapolis, you are getting hit right now. 3 to 5 inches already on the ground with another 2 to 4 inches expected before sunrise. Cincinnati, same story. You are looking at ice-covered roads for your Wednesday morning commute. If you work the early shift, if you have to get kids to school before 7 in the morning, you need to add an extra 30 minutes to your travel time, maybe 45 minutes. Columbus, Ohio, the snow is moving into your area within the next 2 hours. By midnight tonight, you will have 2 to 3 inches on the ground. By 6 in the morning Wednesday, we are talking 5 to 7 inches total accumulation. Now, Charleston, West Virginia, you are in the bullseye. Between this storm system moving through tonight and the second Clipper system coming Thursday, you could see over 12 inches of snow. Some elevated areas in the Appalachians might push past 15 inches. That is more than a foot of snow in less than 72 hours. Here is your first plot twist. This is not one storm. This is a tag team of 3 separate weather systems working together like a perfectly coordinated attack. Storm number 1 is happening right now as we speak. Storm number 2 arrives Thursday afternoon. And storm number 3, the Arctic monster, slams into the northeast on Friday night into Saturday morning. Charlotte, North Carolina, I need you to pay very close attention. Wednesday afternoon into Wednesday evening, you are in a dangerous transition zone. What does that mean? It means you are right on the line between heavy wet snow and freezing drizzle. Freezing drizzle is worse than snow. It coats everything in a layer of ice. Roads become skating rinks. You cannot walk on sidewalks. Tree branches accumulate ice and come crashing down. Expect this to hit Charlotte between 2 in the afternoon and 8 at night on Wednesday. Do not travel during those hours unless absolutely necessary. Raleigh, Durham, you are in the same boat as Charlotte. That pink zone on the forecast map, that freezing drizzle zone, it is pointed right at you. Wednesday evening commute will be treacherous. Not difficult, treacherous. Now let me take you up to the Great Lakes because Thursday is your day. Detroit, you are looking at snow developing Thursday afternoon around 3 o'clock. By Thursday midnight, 4 to 6 inches on the ground. Milwaukee, same timeline. Snow starts at 4 in the afternoon Thursday, continues through the overnight hours. 6 to 8 inches total accumulation by Friday morning. Chicago, here is what you need to know. The snow Thursday night is just the appetizer. The main course is the wind. Friday into Saturday, you are going to experience wind gusts exceeding 40 miles per hour. When you combine single-digit temperatures with 40-mile-per-hour winds, the wind chill drops to 25 degrees below zero. Exposed skin can get frostbite in less than 10 minutes. But here's the kicker that should terrify everyone from Pennsylvania to Maine. Saturday morning is when the true Arctic beast arrives. I am not exaggerating when I say this could be the coldest morning in the Northeast in 5 years. Boston, let me give you your Saturday morning forecast right now. Temperature, 4 degrees above zero. Wind chill, 28 degrees below zero. Wind gusts, 45 miles per hour. That combination is dangerous. The National Weather Service will almost certainly issue extreme cold warnings for your area. New York City, you are not getting off easy. Saturday morning temperature, 8 degrees above zero. Wind chill, 24 degrees below zero. Those skyscrapers in Manhattan create wind tunnels. The gusts between buildings could hit 50 miles per hour. If you have to be outside Saturday morning, cover every inch of exposed skin. Philadelphia, Saturday morning, 6 degrees above zero. Wind chill, 26 degrees below zero. The Eagles might be done for the season, but this Arctic air is just getting started. Providence, Rhode Island, Saturday morning, might see wind chills approach 30 degrees below zero. That is colder than most of Alaska will be at the same time. Think about that. Rhode Island, colder than Anchorage, Alaska. Portland, Maine, you are the epicenter of this deep freeze. Sunday morning, and I want you to write this down, Sunday morning could bring wind chills to 35 degrees below zero. Some localized areas in northern Maine might touch 40 below. That is legitimately dangerous cold. That is the kind of cold where your car might not start, where water pipes freeze and burst, where you can get frostbite on your face walking from your car to your front door. Now, at the 5-minute mark, I promised you the 3 cities meteorologists are most worried about. Here they are. Number 3, Charleston, West Virginia. The combination of over a foot of snow followed by the Arctic blast creates a perfect storm for extended power outages. When you have that much heavy snow on tree branches and power lines, and then temperatures crash to 10 below zero, repairs become extremely difficult. If you lose power in Charleston this weekend, you could be without heat for 24 to 48 hours in 10 below zero weather. Number 2, Syracuse, New York. You are positioned right in the path of lake effect snowbands that will set up behind the Arctic front. After the initial storm dumps 6 to 10 inches, the lake effect machine turns on. Winds blowing across Lake Ontario will create intense snowbands. Some areas east of Syracuse could see an additional 12 to 18 inches of lake effect snow Saturday through Monday. We are talking potential 2-day snow totals exceeding 24 inches. Number 1, Burlington, Vermont. Sunday morning wind chills could reach 40 degrees below zero, not 39 below, 40 below. At the same time, you could be dealing with ongoing lake effect snow from Lake Champlain. The combination of blinding snow and dangerous cold is what emergency management officials call a life-threatening situation. If you live in Burlington, stock up on supplies today, Wednesday at the latest. Do not wait until Friday. Comment below right now and tell me where you are watching from. Tell me your city and state. I will personally reply with your specific forecast timeline. When does the snow start in your area? When does the dangerous cold arrive? When can you expect conditions to improve? Drop your location in the comments and I will get you those answers. Now let me take you out west because while the east is freezing, the Pacific Northwest is getting absolutely hammered with a different kind of storm. Seattle, heavy rain moves in Friday night. We are talking 1 to 2 inches of rain Friday night through Saturday. That might not sound like much, but when it falls in 12 hours, we are talking about flooding potential in low-lying areas. Portland, Oregon, same story, 1 to 2 inches of rain. The Willamette River could rise to minor flood stage by Sunday morning. But here is where it gets interesting. The mountains. The Cascades are about to get crushed with snow. Mount Baker, Mount Rainier, the passes, Stevens Pass, Snoqualmie Pass, they are looking at 2 to 3 feet of snow between Friday night and Monday morning. Spokane, Washington, you are in the transition zone. You might start with rain Friday evening, but as colder air moves in overnight, that changes to heavy snow. 6 to 12 inches possible by Sunday morning. Boise, Idaho, snow develops Saturday afternoon. By Monday morning, 8 to 14 inches in the city. The mountains above Boise could see 2 feet. Now here is the part that should make everyone sit up and pay attention. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a pattern change that could bring waves of winter storms through the rest of February and into March. Let me explain what is happening in the atmosphere. There are these features called teleconnections. Think of them as atmospheric steering wheels that control where storms go and where cold air goes. Right now, 3 major teleconnections are lining up in a way that favors active winter weather for the central and eastern United States. The East Pacific Oscillation, we call it the EPO, is going positive. When the EPO goes positive, it opens the door for low pressure and storms across the west. The Pacific North American Oscillation, the PNA, is going negative. When the PNA is negative, it allows cold air to dig deeper into the southern United States. And the North Atlantic Oscillation, the NAO, is trending neutral to positive in the short term, but could go negative later in February. What does all this alphabet soup mean for you? It means winter is far from over. In fact, the snowiest, coldest, most active part of winter might be ahead of us, not behind us. Here is your second week of February forecast, February 9th through February 16th. After this weekend, as Arctic blast moderates, we are going to see temperatures rebound quickly, almost too quickly. Kansas City, by Tuesday, February 10th, you could hit 60 degrees, that is 40 degrees above normal. Omaha, Nebraska, same thing, upper 50s, maybe even 60 degrees by the middle of next week. Minneapolis, you go from wind chills below zero this weekend to temperatures in the 40s by Wednesday, February 11th. But here is the catch. With that warmth comes storm potential. A significant storm system could develop around Valentine's Day, February 14th. This storm has the potential to bring a wide variety of weather. Across the northern tier states, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, we could see heavy snow, 6 to 12 inches possible. Across the Ohio Valley, Kentucky, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, we are watching for an ice storm potential. Freezing rain is possible. That is the worst kind of winter weather. It shuts down everything. Across the South, from Texas to the Carolinas, severe weather is on the table. We could see strong thunderstorms, damaging winds, maybe even tornadoes around Valentine's Day. Dallas, Houston, by Valentine's Day, you could be dealing with severe thunderstorm threats, while at the same time, Minneapolis is getting buried in snow and Louisville is covered in ice. That is the definition of a high-impact winter storm. Now let me take you into the third week of February, the 16th through the 23rd. The pattern continues to favor storms. The West Coast ridge starts to break down. The trough that has been parked over the west begins to shift eastward. Denver, you have been relatively quiet this winter. That could change in a big way in late February. Multiple storm systems could track through Colorado. We could be looking at several feet of snow in the mountains and significant accumulation in Denver itself. Albuquerque, same story. You could see multiple snow events late February. Salt Lake City, the snowpack and the Wasatch could really build up late February into early March. We are talking potentially 50 to 70 inches of new snow at the ski resorts. And then as we roll into the final week of February and early March, the fun really begins for the eastern half of the country. The cold air that has been locked up in western Canada starts to spill southeast. The storm track becomes very active across the plains and the Midwest. Oklahoma City, you need to start paying attention to the forecast around February 25th. You could see your first significant winter storm of the season. Snow and ice are both possible. Little Rock, Arkansas, same time frame. Late February could bring a major ice storm to Arkansas. That is the kind of event that knocks out power for days. Memphis, Nashville, you are also in the danger zone for late February ice potential. But as we push into early March, the snow threat expands. St. Louis, early March could bring multiple snow events. We could be talking about significant accumulations. Indianapolis, same story. March could start very wintry. Cleveland, early March looks cold and snowy. Lake effect will be cranking. Now let me paint the big picture for you. Between now and the spring equinox on March 20th, 2026, the central and eastern United States could see above normal snow. Not just a little above normal, significantly above normal. If you live anywhere from the Rockies to the Appalachians, from the Canadian border to the Gulf Coast, winter is not done with you. Some of you who have barely seen any snow this winter could see more snow in the next 6 weeks than you have seen all season. Pittsburgh, you could add another 20 to 30 inches to your seasonal snowfall total between now and late March. Buffalo, you are already over 100 inches for the season. You could push 130 or 140 inches by the time spring arrives. Duluth, Minnesota, you could finish with 110 to 120 inches of snow this season. And here is what might surprise you. Cities that do not normally see much snow could get hit. Little Rock, you might see snow in early March. Birmingham, Alabama, a March snow event is possible. Atlanta, do not rule out a late-season snow or ice event. Even Charlotte, Raleigh, Richmond, you could see additional winter weather events in March. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This sounds scary. This sounds like doom and gloom. Let me be clear. I am not trying to scare you. I am trying to prepare you. There is a big difference. If you know a major Arctic blast is coming this weekend, you can prepare. You can make sure you have enough food and water for 3 days. You can make sure your car has a full tank of gas. You can make sure you have flashlights and batteries in case the power goes out. You can check on your elderly neighbors. You can bring your pets inside. Knowledge is power. When you know what is coming, you can take action. That is why I make these videos, not to frighten you, but to inform you. Let me give you specific preparation steps for this weekend's Arctic outbreak. First, charge all your devices. Phones, tablets, laptops, everything. If you lose power, you want those devices fully charged. Second, fill up your car with gas. Do it today or tomorrow. Do not wait until Friday when everyone else is panicking. Third, stock up on non-perishable food. Things you can eat even if the power goes out. Crackers, peanut butter, canned goods, granola bars. Fourth, have at least 3 gallons of water per person in your household. If your pipes freeze, you need drinking water. Fifth, test your flashlights and replace batteries if needed. Have at least 2 flashlights per household. Sixth, if you take prescription medications, make sure you have at least a week's supply on hand. Do not run out during a winter storm. Seventh, have a battery-powered radio or a hand crank radio. If the power goes out and your phone dies, you need a way to get weather updates. Eighth, bring all outdoor pets inside. Do not leave dogs or cats outside in below-zero wind chills. They can die from the cold just like humans. Ninth, disconnect and drain outdoor hoses. Let your faucets drip slightly to prevent pipes from freezing. 10th, know where your water main shutoff is located. If a pipe bursts, you need to shut off the water immediately. Now let me address those of you in the South and West who are thinking, this does not apply to me. Wrong. This applies to everyone. Phoenix, Arizona, you are not getting snow this weekend, but your forecast has its own challenges. Late February and early March could bring an active storm pattern to Arizona. Heavy rain is possible. Flash flooding could be an issue. Las Vegas, same thing. You could see rain events late February. Los Angeles, San Diego, you have been very dry this winter. That could change in March. We could see several storm systems bring heavy rain to Southern California in early to mid-March. San Francisco, Sacramento, you are already seeing rain this week. More is coming. The pattern favors multiple atmospheric river events for Northern California in late February and March. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, West Palm Beach, you are not getting cold or snow, but you need to pay attention to the severe weather threat around Valentine's Day. Strong thunderstorms are possible February 14th through February 16th. Tampa, Orlando, same story. Severe weather potential mid-February. New Orleans, Baton Rouge, you are in the crosshairs for the Valentine's Day storm system. Heavy rain, strong thunderstorms, and possibly tornadoes are all on the table. Jackson, Mississippi, same threats. February 14th and 15th could be very active weather days. Mobile, Alabama, keep your eyes on the forecast next week. Severe weather is possible. Now, before we wrap up, I need to tell you about something critically important that is happening in late March. I cannot reveal all the details in this video because I am still analyzing the data, but I can tell you this. There are signals in the long-range models suggesting a potentially historic storm system could develop in the final week of March. This storm could affect everywhere from Texas to Maine. It could bring blizzard conditions to some areas, severe weather to others, and a mix of everything in between to others. I will have a full breakdown video on this potential late March storm coming out this Friday. You are going to want to watch that video. It could be one of the most important weather forecasts of the entire winter season. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel with notifications turned on so you do not miss that Friday video. This late March storm could be a monster. In summary, here is what you need to know. Tonight through Wednesday, snow and ice across the Ohio Valley and Appalachians. Heavy wet snow in some areas. Freezing drizzle in the transition zone. Thursday, Clipper system brings snow to the Great Lakes. 4 to 8 inches across Wisconsin and Michigan. Friday through Sunday, Arctic blast invades the east. Wind chills 20 to 40 below zero. Dangerous cold. Extreme cold warnings likely. Lake effect snow for the Great Lakes. Next week, temperatures rebound quickly. We go from below zero to above normal in just days. Valentine's Day time frame. Major storm system possible. Snow north, ice in the middle, severe weather south. Late February, pattern shift brings the storm track east. Multiple systems possible. Early March. Active winter weather continues. Snow and ice threats expand southward. Late March. Potential historic storm system. More details coming Friday. The bottom line, winter is far from over. In fact, we might be entering the most active phase of the entire winter season. The next 6 weeks could bring more winter weather to more people than we have seen in years. Comment below with your location. Tell me where you are watching from. I will reply with your specific timeline. When does the cold arrive? When does the snow start? When can you expect improvement? And remember, preparation is not panic. When you know what is coming, you can get ready. That is what this channel is all about. Giving you the information you need to make smart decisions for you and your family. Stay warm, stay safe. And I will see you in the next video where we dive deep into that potential late March blockbuster storm system. You do not want to miss it.